you want to turn the lights down so you can film a little better?
Yeah, it might be a little bit better as far as recording. Yeah, that's a lot better.
All right.
Cool.
I don't have a save file, so you're going to get a sneak peek at the complete intro to the game.
Cool.
So this year we did something a little bit different. Well, we've redesigned our entire career mode, first and foremost. And kind of set that up at the beginning of the game. We have a prologue, like an interactive sequence of the player.
EA Sports.
We'll go through at the very beginning to kind of set up the whole career mode, and obviously set up the fact that we have the Masters in the game, and set up the fact that we have a new feature called the Caddy. So all this stuff gets
I'll show you a
surfaced.
fact sheet too next.
Okay.
Yeah, right off the bat here in the in what we call the prologue. So it's going to start as soon as you boot up the game. It will go through this sequence the first time. After the first time, it won't take you through this anymore. But
Okay.
yeah, we wanted to make a big splash. Obviously, with Augusta, we also wanted to really retool our entire career feature this year. So we've actually renamed it Road to the Masters.
Okay.
Because that's the goal. Your ultimate goal in career is to work your way through the different golf series from amateur all the way to pro.
Okay.
And then once you get pro, it's about qualifying for the Masters and then obviously winning it. So it kind of charts your path all the way through until you get to the Masters and win it.
It's golf's greatest tradition. It's a symbol of excellence. It's the green jacket, and the competition for it has seen some of the game's greatest players fashion some of golf's most magical moments. On Saturday, here at Augusta, we witnessed one of the most legendary days this historic course has ever seen, as Ian Poulter, Zach Johnson, Jim Furyk, and Anthony Kim posted scores to dominate the field. But it was Tiger Woods who made the most incredible charge of all and came roaring up the leaderboard. Today, on Sunday, Tiger Woods is relying on instincts and talent as he stands on the brink of victory. As we head to the 18th tee, he now sits tied for the lead with Anthony Kim, one red number away from wearing green for a 5th time. What will follow here on Sunday at Augusta on the final hole? It's history in the making at the Masters, and it's all coming your way next.
So we try to set it up kind of like a broadcast intro, like it's the final hole of the Masters. Tiger Woods is battling for his.
Here we are at the 18th. Tiger Woods is now on the tee, trying to overtake Anthony Kim. Let's see how the drama unfolds.
So this you can also play with the move.
Okay, Tiger, here we are at the 18th. We need a birdie to win this thing, so let's get off the tee safely. I've got 2 shot recommendations for you to pick from down at the bottom of the screen. Go ahead, take a look at them both before choosing which shot you want. You can select one of them now and go to address, or you can zoom out and take a closer look at each one of the shots before you decide.
So you're familiar with the Masters?
The Masters, yeah,
Okay.
my dad and grandfather are really
Okay.
big golf fans.
Okay. So the voice you heard in the voiceover in the prologue, that's Jim Nance.
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
so he's a new, him and David Ferry are part of our new commentary team. Jim Nance, if you are a longtime viewer of the Masters, it's very familiar. So
Right.
he's sort of
Yeah.
been kind of the voice of
He's
the
done it
Masters for a long
25
time.
years.
Yeah, 25
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
He wants to do it for another 25 and then retire.
Yeah.
So, giving a much authentic Masters feel to right when you jump into the game, you're going to feel like you're really at the Masters between Jim Nance's voice, the caddy, you'll see the white jumpsuit that's very traditional to Augusta National. So, I think for gamers who haven't been playing the Tiger Woods series in a while,
Right.
because it's the Masters, they'll really feel like a part of the
Right.
Masters right from the get-go.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So here off the bat, you see a couple. Obviously, you see the Augusta course, and then this new feature that we have called Caddy. It's obviously a physical caddy right there on the course with you, and in the prologue here, he just kind of takes you through the motions of how to play the game, how to set it up. So all you do here is just select one of the 2 shots that he's giving you.
Okay.
And when you pull the trigger on the move, as soon as this orb turns purple, you feel a pulse, you're good to go. You just take your normal golf swing. And
Truck stride by Tiger here, Jim. Right up the middle. He set himself up nicely for his second shot.
No doubt about it, David. I can't even imagine how much pressure he's going to
We did
feel
some
on this
different
next
things with
shot.
the audio this year. Like years
Nice
in
tee
years
shot,
past,
Tiger. This sets us
the
up
guys
perfectly.
would start
There's only
talking
one
right
thing to do.
away as soon as you
Get
hit the
aggressive
ball.
and go for the
This year we
pin.
kind of tried
I
to
think this shot
bookend
gives
the
us the best chance
sequence
to win.
so that was a
Go ahead
little
and
bit
select
more
this shot
broadcast
now,
and
where
feel.
you can zoom out and have a closer
And
look.
since we have speech lines for our caddy as well, we wanted to kind of have a little bit of a more intimate feel when you were there, kind of on the course with him, instead of having the commentators talking the whole time. So here, you just set it up. He's got a nice approach shot set up for us.
Oh, and another beautiful approach. He and his caddy have really been on the same page all week.
They executed that shot to perfection, David. He's just 1 putt away from his 5th green jacket.
All right, Tiger. This one's for the green jacket, so let's drop it in.
So here you see a new feature we call pressure moments. So when you get in a pressure situation, you see that all of your HUD kind of goes away, and you get this heartbeat rumble. And to relieve the pressure or kind of bring things back to normal, you use focus, which is a feature that we introduced last year. And then slowly, as you spend focus, then you get your meter back, and now you're ready to hit the putt with your meter. When you get into a pressure situation like that at the end of a tournament and you don't have any focus left, it gets hairy.
And a battle to the end indeed. It took birdie to win. Yet another epic performance at Augusta as we take a look at the final leaderboard and see how this one came down to the wire. A host of the world's top golfers came close to victory here today. None more than Anthony Kim, who ultimately posted the score to beat. But in the end, it was Tiger Woods who rose above all others on his way to
So
capturing
yeah, this
his
just
5th
sets it up for your
green jacket.
career mode. Obviously in career, or road to the Masters.
And with that, another
you'll use
legendary
your creative
performance
golfer
is
right
etched
off
in
the
the
bat.
history books here at the
Set up the
Masters.
scenario with Tiger.
Who will
See
be
ya.
next to add their
A
names
first quick glimpse at
alongside
the
golf's
Masters.
greatest players?
And,
Only time will tell.
He started to set the stage for the road to the Masters feature.
Okay.
And then right after this, it kind of thrusts you right into career.
Career, okay.
It's time to start your journey. Fill out the application to begin your career and the road to the Masters.
How do you spell your last name?
MCC?
Is it small C's?
Second
Small
one's
name?
the second one's uppercase. AND. LESS.
Good?
Yep.
Cool. You're right?
Yes.
So the other thing we did this year, this spans beyond Road to the Masters, is we changed up the difficulty levels. So we added one to the mix called Tournament, and this one is probably the biggest simulation test we've ever put in the game. So if you play this one with the move, you'll have a pretty good simulation on your hands. Obviously, if you play with the controller, it's still very difficult, very sim.
Right.
An amateur we actually replaced beginner with amateur this year. So amateur being the lowest difficulty level. Pro is the default, so we'll just go with this. Then, once you get into Road to the Masters, we've created this feature that we call the Assistant. And what it does is it leads you to each one of the features in the game. It kind of guides you through the whole experience, so you're not kind of left wondering what to do next. What should I go upgrade my character? Should I go pick out some different clothing? So the assistant will actually kind of cue you and let you know when it's time to go spend some experience points. So for example, this is it right here.
Welcome to Road to the
Right now he's
Masters.
telling you,
In this new
check out a quick tutorial of Road to the Masters. So if you want to go watch the tutorial, you just hit a square from here, it'll launch the video. You watch the video about, hey, what's new in career, Road to the Masters
In this new
feature.
career mode,
It kind of goes through the whole thing
aspiring
and
amateur golfer with the lofty goals of winning the Masters.
it sets you up. One thing that the assistant will always do, right here at the bottom, it'll say show next
In
event.
this new
So
career
at that
mode,
point, you
start
just hit,
out as, I got your club ready. Let's kick off
you
this
hit
next event.
triangle there, and then you're ready to start playing. So whatever round is next, whatever tournament is next, that'll always be queued up there in the assistant.
Okay.
But initially, he'll usually tell you something like, hey, you need to go tune your clubs, or you need to go spend some experience points, or it's time to go sign up a new sponsor. So every time you come back to the menu from playing your round, he'll have something sort of new for you to do.
Okay.
So the game's kind of split up into two sections, Quick Play and Road to the Masters. Road to the Masters being career mode where we were just in. Quick Play is just all of the sort of traditional game modes that you're used to. So Play Now, all the online features. We've got this new feature here called Tiger at the Masters, which is really cool. It's
Hello, friends. This is
chronicles
Jim Nance,
Tiger's
and welcome
4
to
championship
Tiger
years
at
in
the
the Masters.
In
Okay.
this feature, we'll put you in Tiger's shoes
So
as you
Jim
attempt
Nance
to
kinda
work your
walks
way
you
through
through,
each of his 4 Masters
goals
tournament
here.
victories. In each of the individual tournaments, you'll be faced with the same opponents and scores to beat as Tiger was. As an added challenge, you will also be required.
So one cool thing that we did here is we actually had some time with Tiger right before the Christmas holiday.
Okay.
And we usually spend a pretty decent amount of time with him once a year.
Okay.
So this year he came in, he was super excited about the Masters, obviously. So we created this feature around him and the 4 years that he won it. And then while we had him, we actually created some videos for this feature where he kind of talked about each one of the years. And in this feature you can watch them. So it just gives you, it's a cool sort of behind the scenes. It's not often that you get to hear Tiger talk too much about kind of what he was feeling in a specific tournament. And
The good news is I haven't been there before.
it's just cool to have exclusive content for the game where he's sort of one-on-one with us. He's not kind of battling the media. He's being
Right.
more open than he normally would be. So it's pretty cool.
And was this recorded in here? Right here?
This is recorded in Orlando.
Orlando?
I
Okay.
earned my way into this event, and I know I could play at this level. When I was an amateur, I didn't really know I could play that well. But
So you get a chance to kind of watch all these. You can go through each one of the years and watch the kind of behind the scenes for each one of those. We asked them a series of questions that did kind of interview style. So we pop the question up there, and then you see
yeah,
it
that
sort of
in 01
talk
was
through it.
certainly interesting because I had basically
So-
wait.
Yeah, you get to look at all those. And then, so the goal of this feature right here is you go through each one of the rounds of the tournament, and your challenge is to match or beat Tiger Woods' spot on the leaderboard
Okay.
each day of that tournament. So, for example, in the first round, Tiger shot a 70 - 2 to finish the day in 4th place. So at the end of that round, you need to be in 4th place or better, and then it unlocks the next round, which you see here is locked. So
Okay.
once you get to the end, then you get a little special message from Tiger. Hey, you accomplished my feat.
Gotcha.
And, so it's just a cool way to kind of go through. You're playing as Tiger. You jump right into the tournament because in quick play, you're playing the Masters, you're playing the Augusta National course, but you're playing just against the course and posting a score. Here, you're actually playing against all of the real opponents that Tiger played against for each one of those 4 years. So we went back and got all the names, got all the data from Augusta National, sent us spreadsheets and spreadsheets and spreadsheets of each golfer's scores per hole and per round for each one of the 4 tournaments. And it happens real time, so they're playing and posting their scores as they did in that year's tournament. So the other cool thing here in Tiger at the Masters is that there's actually links to the live tournaments. So these are online live tournaments that will get played. This is the 2011 Masters, so when it's happening in real time, you can play against this year's field in live tournaments right from this feature. And then also in live tournaments, we'll have historic Masters tournaments where we'll take all of the scores from, you know, years that we thought were really cool, and replay those in our live tournaments feature as well, and play the pros. So that's Tiger at the Masters, which is a brand new feature this year. And then, again, we put in a lot of features that revolve around
Welcome to the Augusta National Golf Club. Hello, friends. Augusta National Golf Club opens
Jim
up
Nance takes you
with
through each one of the individual.
leg right, par 4. Off the tee, it's important to just get the ball in the fairway.
Tips here
Ideally, shaping
on how
the
to
shot
play the
left
course.
to right. The green is.
You can select every hole at the course and kind of get a behind the scenes from Jim, telling you kind of what sort of the characteristics of that hole are, what are some of its redeeming qualities, and what kind of makes it unique. And then if you select to play Augusta from here, Tiger gives you, I'll just quickly play this here. Tiger gives you a flyby sort of narrative of each of the holes. So that's unique to this feature. That you won't get that anywhere else except inside Augusta, the Inside Augusta feature. And he'll give you a flyby. What we asked him to do is kind of tell the player how he typically approaches each one of these holes. So as he's coming to the hole, like what is his mental train of thought? What is he thinking about? So he really, we showed him the flybys, and then he would just sort of walk through it in his mind like he normally does when he
The
gets
first hole is one of the toughest starting holes in all of golf.
Yeah, the PS3 version is going to have first-person view. The PlayStation view as well, right?
Yeah, I'll show you that.
Okay, cool. Is that going to be similar to like the True View on the Wii last year? Okay.
The second shot is to a green that is pretty severe, guarded by one bunker in the front left. Got some pretty good movement in the green. The bailout's probably to the right-hand side, and you make 4 there, 4 days in a row, and you're looking awfully good.
So we'll back out.
Here's some fairway setups to consider. Keep this on the fairway.
Actually, I wonder if I can do this straight from here. I don't remember off the top of my head. No. No. Alright, yeah, I'll show you that right now.
Okay.
Turn the move on. We're off and running.
Now I heard on the Xbox 360 version, there's not going to be any type of implementation of Kinect. Is that correct?
No, for 12 there's no Kinect.
Okay, there's no Kinect support. Is there any reason for that, or?
Honestly, this year with the Masters, we're shipping in March, at the end of March,
Augusta
which is
National
extremely
Golf
early for
opens
us,
up
but
right
it's something that we
side
obviously
dog
felt
leg
we needed
right
to do
on
because of
four.
having the Masters in the game.
Right.
So just with the time frame of when the Kinect was coming out, when we got the hardware,
Okay.
it just wasn't enough time to really get it implemented properly. So instead of just kind of putting it in there
Right.
quickly, we decided let's take at least a year here and see get this one out the door. So again, here you got your caddy. So how the caddy works is he will usually have 2 recommendations for you. A yellow recommendation means it's a little bit risky. A green recommendation means it's a pretty safe shot.
Is an option.
So you can select between the 2 of them, see which one you like the best. You can actually move out, zoom out, and take a little closer look at each one of them.
Dangerous.
So he's saying this one's a little dangerous because you could probably go off here into the rough.
Right.
But you can actually get rid of some of the risk by applying focus and shrinking down your circle. So they were kind of just taking a little bit of the risk out of it. So then you just hit X to go to address straight from here. And now there you are in first person view. And then again, you just set it up. You pull the trigger in and hold it. When you see the